This week, 328 new stalls were installed throughout the United States and Canada, bringing the total stall count to 68,323. IONNA added 3 stations, Reddy added 1, Flo added 1, Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging added 3 stations, Pilot Flying J added 5. They had a very good week. Tesla added 12, including a 32 stall station. ChargePoint added 24. EVgo also had a very good week with 8 stations added. Should be noted both ChargePoint, EVgo, and EVconnect all increased in station count and stall count compared to last week when there were decreases. EVconnect added 1. The Rivian Adventure Network added 1. Let's get into the data. Should note that I'm doing this a day early because tomorrow I'll be on the road with my son doing a holiday trip to West Virginia, and I hope everyone else has a safe and enjoyable holiday weekend. IONNA had 3 stations, and as we can see here in all capitals, this is not a public site up here in Durham. Just adding to the database for some reason, I'm not sure why. In Massillon, Ohio, White Bear Lake, Minnesota. This is the Massillon, Ohio station. Both open in time for the 4th. Reddy added 1. I looked it up. This is right near Manhattan in Queens. And it's not in PlugShare yet. 4 stalls. Flo added 1 station, 2 stalls in Spokane, Washington. Also, I tried to look this one up. That is not in PlugShare yet either. Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging added 3. And it should be noted, these stations show up in the database before they're actually fully commissioned. So you should be leery if you're going to one of these stations to make sure that it's actually open. In the case of Delray Beach, which is what the picture is here, we know it's open because we got a picture of a Mercedes actually charging at one of the stations. So Delray is good to go, but Terrell and Norfolk, I'd be a little bit leery about showing up there expecting a charge. Pilot Flying J added 5. As I mentioned, a very good week. 2 in the state of Florida. Midway, Florida, and Jasper, Florida. Jasper is on Interstate 75 coming out of Georgia. Midway is on Interstate 10 headed towards Tallahassee. This picture here is Walcott, Iowa. You can see a nice canopy station. There's a Volkswagen ID4 in the picture. And we've got a nice, looks like a newly refurbished facility in the background with an Arby's. Here's Tesla. And the 32 stall is in East Windsor, New Jersey at an IHOP right near Interstate 95. And I've got sort of a picture of that. I'll show you here in just a second. San Bernardino, California, 24 stalls. There was an 8 stall in, where is it? Daytona Beach, Florida, where the Mercedes-Benz high-powered charging also opened a station, this time at a Wawa. Grand Prairie, Texas, 12 stalls. Edgewood, Pennsylvania, 12 stalls. And this is the best picture I could find of the East Windsor 32 stall. As you can see, they're all V4 dispensers. And very common Tesla layout. Next to an IHOP. I personally am a big fan of IHOP. So nice looking station. And it's right off Interstate 95 also. So I'm sure this is going to be heavily used. Interstate 95, although it's a big corridor, had kind of been suffering a bit of charging desert-ish in the years previous, but all the CPOs are making good headway on Interstate 95 recently, so it's very traversable now, all the way down into Miami, from the Upper East Coast down into Miami. Here's ChargePoint. I'm going to drop my video. Where is it? Canandaigua, I believe is how it's pronounced, New York, 4 stalls. I've got a picture of this in just a second. This one is very interesting to me. Gardner, Massachusetts, 4 stalls at a auto dealership. Pausing here for a second. Okay, so what's important here on the 06 chargers is this GM Energy sticker. Now, I did speak to some folks at ChargePoint at the ACT Expo, and they did basically confirm the way this program is working. And if we roll the clock back, there was a big press announcement by General Motors where they were going to be installing, I think it was like 500 stalls through ChargePoint by the end of the year. and we hadn't really seen anything materialize, but now we're starting to. And the way this works is basically if there's a project that ChargePoint is working with a customer for and they need funding, as long as they agree to the GM branding, GM will fund a portion of their station. And so it's just accelerating ChargePoint builds is basically how that project is working. This is a total of 4 stalls. We only have 3 in frame though. Here's EVgo. As I mentioned, they had a very good week. And when you see this 8 stall or 8 station count, this is years worth of work coming to fruition all in one little PowerPoint slide. Right here, the 12 stall station is pictured here while it was still under construction, but it is finally open. The plug share pictures have not been updated. Pleasant Hill, California, I have a picture of coming up here in just a second. And I will pause for people to peruse. 4 of the 8 are in the state of California, very characteristic of EVgo to be California-centric. And here's Pleasant Hill, California. It's pretty cool. You can see that the dispensers and charger are on a single piece of concrete. So these are the prefabricated units that they're plopping in this particular build to kind of accelerate their timeline. Nice to see. EV added 1 station in Kent, Washington, but I think this photo is dated, and the new station that is 2 stalls is actually newer hardware. I'm not sure because there are not new pictures, but this picture is older, and then there was this indication that this station was under maintenance, and now we have a new database entry, so likely this station has been hardware refreshed. The Rivian Adventure Network opened 1 station in Tinton Falls, New Jersey, 5 stalls just yesterday. There are no pictures on PlugShare. In fact, there is not even a pip on PlugShare concerning this station yet. Lastly, Shell opened their big, the San Francisco hub is what they're calling it. And this is what it looked like in a little bit more of a wide shot. And 12 stalls, if we count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dispensers. And nice signage in a kind of a tight lot in the center of San Francisco. Thanks for watching.